not to be controversial, but living in Brooklyn for I guess 5-6 years now, has really kind of convinced me that there are only two genders, and that is sad boy and witch. Neither of them has anything to do with biological sex, but it's definitely a vibe. Yeah. I went to this therapist, a real therapist, and I walked into her office, and this shit was covered in crystals, which is already a bad sign, because it's you see crystals there. I'm not saying she doesn't believe in vaccines, but she has some questions, Yeah, she's doing her own research, but yeah, I told her I was feeling upset, and she was like, "How long have you been feeling that way?" And, I was about 3 months I've been depressed. And she's like, "Have you ever looked into astrology?" Which was fucked up, because it's I'm a white woman from California. Obviously, I've looked into astrology. I think that astrology in general, it's even dumber than religion sometimes. I'm not trying to talk up religion. I've had really bad experiences with it, but even the first story of the Bible is this whole stuff about Adam and Eve are in the Garden of Eden, and then Eve is tempted to eat this apple from the tree of knowledge, and then she eats it, and then they get cast out of the Garden of Eden. And it's this whole thing about how the thing that makes us human is suffering, and it's just I don't know, it's kind of a great metaphor. And I feel how much dumber would that be if that all happened because they were Geminis, Astrology just feels such a hard cope with late capitalism, because it's well, do we have a lot of problems because 5 guys own all the money and the stuff? Or is there Mercury retrograde? Are we in a climate crisis, or is it Scorpio season? This therapist, I went to her because I didn't have insurance at the time, that's why I'm a socialist, because it's for however unrealistic people can say that, it would be for us to get free universal health care one day, it's certainly more realistic than me marrying someone with health insurance, living that freelance life, This lady cost $60, which was cheap for therapy, but it was expensive for a horoscope. And yeah, maybe if you go to a discount brain surgeon, they just recommend a wizard to you or something. I don't know. But it made me think about, what if I didn't have $60? What if I had to go to the $20 therapist? What do people at the $20 therapist get? And I'm she probably just sits there playing a game of MASH with you.